My name is Ricardo Jiménez. I was born in Spain, a town called Zaragoza, and I'm an entrepreneur, an investor, and an author. And I met my good friend Juan, and we started exchanging ideas to start a company. And then I told him about my idea about countries, toys in the shape of countries. We could do books, we could even do social media for each of our toys, video games, and I even imagined a theme park like Disney. Like the sky was the movies, the sky was the limit. And we always assumed that we would just tell the world about this and we would start selling. And that was not the case. If it works or doesn't work, I'm gonna have to find out for myself. The company didn't work. I think it's really, really hard to find a single reason, but the obvious one to address is before you start manufacturing in scale, you need to make sure that people want what you have. Lots of mornings, I didn't do anything productive or I didn't achieve very much, not because of a lack of effort or a lack of will, but because of a lack of clarity, because I was confused. I always had this idea of I'm gonna work in this until it succeeds. Like if it takes my whole life, this is what I'm gonna do, because I believe in this idea and this is what I'm going to devote my whole life if necessary. But then I realized that it had a cost of opportunity as well. And that was very liberating for me. It was like a permission slip for me to realize I could be doing other things. And very soon after, I stopped doing it full time. All these memories, emotions, lessons, things started coming to me. And first I thought I'm going to write a blog post, but then I had like 200 bullet points on a Google Doc, and I thought, well, this is more than a blog post. But I never saw myself writing a book. And I thought maybe this is too much for a blog post, but not enough for a book. I realized that the best thing that I could do was to organize and structure all these ideas and turn them into a book. One of the things that I did with the toy company was to come up with a product that I thought was really cool and then look for a market. With the book, it was 100% the opposite. I knew exactly who I was writing for, and I was writing for myself, for the entrepreneur that I was, for someone who would be going through the struggles that I did. At the beginning, I did not mean to write an inspirational book. I wanted to write a companionship book. There's other successful entrepreneurs who can tell you how to build a company. I tried, I did not succeed. I cannot tell you how to do it, but I can tell you what I went through in the attempt of doing it, and that's what the book is about. I'll tell you what I went through, because most likely you're going to go through some of the same emotions, and I want you to feel understood. Lots of companies don't succeed, but that doesn't mean that the entrepreneur won't succeed. Maybe in a different company, maybe doing something completely different, but more than anything, we need to be in tune with our hearts, to trust that regardless of our companies or our projects, we are so much bigger than that, and that if we're honest with ourselves, then we're going to end up in a happier place. The book talks about like lessons for starters, let's call them more technical, but emotional, but also a bigger trust for life, of having this balance between being driven and looking forward, but also being open. And I would like as many entrepreneurs as possible to know about this book and to have it as a companion book by their bedside. This book is for you. It's for you as a person. Don't forget yourself in the middle of the turmoil, the process, the chaos. You are giving so much for your company. Let's make sure that the person driving the company is also taken care of, and that's who the book is for.